Okay, so we have you here. All right, so we thank you for joining. We have Troy Reynolds from Royal Pane Window Cleaner and Gutters, and he's here to join us. We as realtors have a lot of people that we work with, and they're awesome, and they're part of our community. They're local businesses, but I wanted to get it out there and share some information with everybody that's joining in on us or watching this after the recording. And so, Troy, why don't we've been working together for a while, but why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about what you do?
Okay. Hi, Stephanie. Well, thank you for having me. This is really exciting just to be a part of this and be a part of the community and be able to address people with just not just my services, but what things that Stephanie does as a realtor and how we can help each other in this community. So basically, I own Royal Pane Window Cleaning. I've been doing it for 12 years now. It sounds kind of crazy, but it started in 2008. Started out just doing this small little independent little hair salons and whatever, and I always carry a business card in my pocket, so I'd always give it away. Hey, come clean my windows. Sure, here you go. So, one thing led to another, and then I slowly got busy into doing houses. I did not buy somebody's business. I learned it all on my own. So my entrepreneurial skills on my own, just learned how to clean the windows the right way. It took a little time, but got it figured out. And so, and just kind of just went with it. I worked at Costco. As most people know, we always had other jobs before we did this. So break into window cleaning and just learn the right way and the wrong way to clean windows, and just kind of went for it. So it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, and
Home.
you've worked with several of my clients before as we're selling houses, and I know people that might be watching this might not be buying or selling a house, but even for while we're all sitting at home, I see people in at Home Depot or Lowe's, and they're doing do-it-yourself projects and getting spring cleaning done and stuff. And I know doing windows sounds so simple, but one of the things that you did for one of my clients that I would hope that you kind of explain is cleaning the tracks and waxing them and why that's important and all that about your windows. If you could kind of elaborate on that, people probably don't even know what to do on that.
Right. Yeah, thank you for that, Stephanie. I do. That was just something that, besides just cleaning the windows, I want to be able to clean the whole frame. I'm there to clean their windows. So part of the window is the frame of the window, the screen, and the tracks. And I like to vacuum the tracks just to get out the dead flies and the dust and what have you in there. And it's just something that I took upon myself to go over and beyond to help somebody out and just make their window experience the best. So it's just it's something I do each and every house when I do the interior windows. If I clean the exterior, obviously I'll clean the outside. We'll get into that later. But the interior windows are just something that I like to take care of and vacuum the tracks. And some of the windows that are aluminum or steel, I like to put wax on the tracks. So the wax will just make the window slide. People will come up to me, God, Troy, my sliding glass door, I just can't open it. It's like stuck, and I'm like, well, let me vacuum all the gunk out of there and put some wax on there. And next thing you know, I got to remind them that thing is just going to slide like butter. That thing just slides wide open. So it's just an extra, no, not extra, just something I always do in every house I do.
Yeah, no, it was awesome because we've had that happen a couple of times where my clients are getting ready to sell a house said, I think I need to replace the slider. It's not sliding very good. And I said, whoa, before you go and replace it and spend all that money, let's get Troy in. And you've saved quite a few of my sellers. It was just dirty. And the wax really helped with getting it to slide real easy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just something I learned, back in the day. It just was like on these vinyl windows, you have to use something a little different. I use like an aerosol spray, but a little different. But it's just a nice just a little touch. It just really makes people, be thankful that this window's so hard to open. I can't open it, without replacing the wheels and all this other things. It's basically just cleaning the gunk out of the tracks. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, most people don't do that. They just
right.
Hey, you mentioned that you do exterior and interior, but now with the COVID situation that we're in, how has that changed your business? One, how do you operate with clients doing that? And as far as any employees that you've had, how have you had to change things up?
Right. So this COVID deal has definitely put a damper on my business a little bit. I have my same clientele I've had, and I'm thankful for my clients that I do have, that I keep them on a 6-month rotation. So basically what I do through that whole COVID deal. Like I said, I don't have any, my employees right now are gone because nobody can ride with me in my truck or be with me because of this whole COVID thing. So it's taking its toll. So I'm kind of just a singular guy right now, which is fine. When all this clears, then we'll go back to the hiring my guys back. But it's definitely, I'm only able to do the exterior windows, and that's my choice. But I don't want to get anybody else sick. I don't want to, if I'm a carrier and how this all works, I know I'm not a medical professional. I just want to know I care about my clients. So I want to be able to not get them sick or get me sick, and I want to bring anything home to my family. So at the time, I'm just cleaning the exterior windows, which is the exterior windows. I also do the window screens. I'll take those and clean those. But part of my exterior service is cleaning the cobwebs around the house. And that's just something I always do because I became an OCD. I want everything to look just perfect every time. So besides cobwebbing the windows, I'll do the eaves. And so I just find things to do and still provide a great service. And that's, getting me even to the garage lights that are on the garage. And nobody ever thinks about cleaning those. If I can get my hand in there, I can clean the cobwebs and just make even around the porch lights. So I always look for something to do just to make my service and provide a great service to my clients so that I can only do half the work.
Yeah.
So
Well, you do, I know I introduced you as windows, Royal Pane Windows, but you also do gutters, and then you do
right,
skylights you had mentioned, and then also solar panels. So I know solar
right,
panels are a big deal for us, but if they have a lot of gunk on them, I was reading that it could really
right.
back the power it's out up to like 20-25%. So how do you go about cleaning those? And I'm sure you do that as well, right?
I do clean solar panels, and I can do those. My insurance lets me go up to 3 stories, so I can, if I don't have a ladder, I don't get on, but I'll rent the equipment to get on top of a condominium or something to clean the solar panels. But I always like to talk to the homeowner and say, hey, do you have a graph or do you have something on your computer that tells me what your energy source is right now? Because if you're not watching that and you haven't had your window, your kinds of things going on, the solar panels going on, you obviously got to clean those at least once a year. Some people recommend every 6 months. Depends on where you live. If you live on a farm, your solar panels get just covered in dust, and that just slows down the production of power.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was going to say is, like, some people say, well, it rains. Well, I've done the rains. It rains like your car. If it rains on your car, you got to wash it. You really got to agitate it. So you can't just, hose it off like the rain would do. The rain doesn't wash your car when it rains.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just so I need to get up there and agitate. I use the pure water system, which is, I carry the water with me, which is pure water. It doesn't leave any spots or any residue. It doesn't have anything in it. It's basically your RO that you have at your sink that takes away all the fluoride and the chlorine and some of the hard water. Doesn't get on the solar panels, so that affects the power. If you just hose them off with your garden hose, you're just putting calcium on top of your solar panels, so that doesn't, it defeats the purpose of that, just hosing them.
Yeah,
So
that's good to
that
know.
helps you understand.
That's very good to know. Okay. And the gutters, I kind of lost. I hopped off the broadcast. It kicked me off real quick, so I missed that. But did you talk on the gutters?
Right.
I've seen my own neighbors cleaning out the gutters and stuff.
No, well, I know. Well, that's the other thing, and I always go. Generally, majority of my clients, I've pretty much taken care of their rain gutters. But when I go to a new house, and I will always do an inspection on the rain gutters just to make sure that they're clear, and I will take pictures of the gutters just to let you know what's up there, because nobody wants to get on a ladder. Then the rain gutters get neglected, and then you wonder why they leak or why they are rusted out or why they're full of water. Nobody ever knows. So I just purchased this vacuum system, which is awesome. I have it on my Royal Pane Window Cleaning Facebook page. You can see some videos on there of how I get clean the rain gutters out of like a 2 or 3 story house in like Foxton Woods or Elkhorn or something like that. What I do is it's a vacuum system that kind of hangs over the top of the gutter. But even before I can do that, I have a wireless camera that allows me to inspect the rain gutters And then on the bottom of on the pole, it has a monitor, like a little screen there, so we can see exactly what's in there, and not having to put a 40-foot ladder on top of a building or on top of the house. So I have this state of the art equipment. It's just amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm the only one here on the Central Coast that has one, so I'm really excited about being able to have the right equipment to do the right job without somebody getting hurt off on a ladder. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've
For
seen some of
sure.
the pictures that you posted on your Facebook, and it's amazing. It actually prompted me to be like, okay, I need to call you to do this, but also to do my own house.
Right.
Yes, you forget about those things. We all have busy lives and we get going. And now lately, everybody's stuck at home. But it's like
Right.
we need to think about doing some of this maintenance on our house if we haven't done it already.
Sure. Well,
So,
just like you, as Stephanie sells houses, and there's, they'll have the homeowner there, she's been awesome, and she'll call me to, if you want to sell your house quickly, I would suggest getting the windows cleaned. I mean, it's just, those are the eyes of the home. I'm not even trying to sell it. It's just, I just love what I do, and I like to just share it with my clients. And if we can sell a house faster by having clean windows, and that means you take care of your house. And the rain gutters is just another option. I know there's inspectors that look at that and they suggest you have them cleaned or not. But if you're going to sell your house and want to get top dollar for it, besides hiring Stephanie as your real estate agent, which is amazing, then you got to have the whole package. It's got to be done. If your gutters are dirty and your concrete's dirty and you're just presenting your house, but why not get another 10 grand out of it by having somebody professionally come and clean your windows, your rain gutters, solar panels, whatever the house maintenance is on your house.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's what
I didn't put that plug in, by the way.
No, you got it. You're great. I appreciate you very much.
No, thank you. I appreciate you as well. You had mentioned when we talked yesterday when we were prepping for this that you had I think you called it a Royal Pane treatment or a plan like that. If you want to touch a little bit on that, and then also tell people I have a screen that has your phone number, but what's the best way you want people to get in touch with you if they want to reach out?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So I call it the Royal treatment, and that's just basically when I do the interior exterior window cleaning. So for my interior service, when I come to your house and give you a quote for your interior exterior window cleaning, my Royal treatment is I'll basically just break it down. So interior exterior windows, which is a glass, I vacuum the tracks, clean the sills, I clean the frame of the window, I will clean the screens, I will clean the mirrors, like your bathroom mirrors. If you have closet mirrors, I just do that. If they're just clean, I'll leave them alone. But 99.9% of the time, there's always toothpaste on every one of those windows, or those mirrors, so I have to clean them regardless. It's not an extra charge. Just something I do. I've always done it, and a lot of folks just enjoy me to come clean the windows or their mirrors because they can't reach over the sink. I mean, I'm 6'3", so I can get a pretty good reach. So then the exterior. Part of that Royal treatment is the cobwebs on the outside. I like to get to the garage lights or the drive up lights or anything I can do to make your house a little bit better. And then we can talk about solar panels and gutters and all that stuff. But basically, the Royal treatment is the window cleaning aspect of my business. And also, I just wanted to talk about just real quick before I tell you where you can find me at, is that I use pure water. Pure water is basically your reverse osmosis water, so it's spot free. For example, here's one building I can do in a Far Western, is one of my good clients and good friends. But I clean those windows there without getting on a ladder. And you realize how tall those windows are. I can reach the top of that with my 40-foot water-fed pole and scrub those windows and rinse them spot free, and never have to squeegee them and never find a water spot on those windows. So I use that water, and I do carry that water with me on my truck. To get a hold of me, my phone number is 805-878-2885. You can also find me on Royal Pane Window Cleaning on Facebook. Also Google, you can Google me. Instagram, same thing. Email is Royal Pane Window Cleaning at yahoo.com. And if that's not enough, I have probably over 1,000 accounts. I'm sure between my commercial and residential, I do a lot of stuff. Just ask your neighbor. Someone knows me. So I live, born and raised here in Orcutt.
And I have your number going on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
I like it, Stephanie. I like that.
This question, but a lot of people didn't know you, but there's people I'm sure they're going to be watching this that don't. if you want to just touch on a little bit without getting too personal, but tell us what's going on with your son. I know he was on the track to be in the Olympics and stuff with swimming. Why don't you just touch on that?
Oh, I know. It's I wish I had my sunglasses right now. I get a little emotional on that. Yes, my son is a sophomore at Rigetti. When he was 15, he did qualify for the Olympic trials in two events, which is a 1500 meter and 800 meter freestyle. So with this COVID deal, it's been a kind of a tough thing. Like I said, I get a little choked up talking about the guy, but I love him. And so we've been struggling trying to find a pool for him to practice in, and we've been through tons of pools all over between we had some great friends at the Santa Maria Country Club that offered that, but the Santa Barbara County closed that down. Did it along just for a short. A lot of people have came and helped us with pools, but right now my good friend James Ontiveros, which I'm going to plug him, Native Nine Wines, and he's offered up his vineyard. So my son right now is practicing every day or every other day in his vineyard. So he's swimming among the Pinot Noir right now. So we're actually, when I finish this, we're heading out there to swim. He'll swim for 2 hours. So we're excited about that. But there's some big plans for my son.
Yeah.
Talk about it chokes me up.
Sorry,
but I love my son so much, and I'll do everything in the world for him. Absolutely, Stephanie. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't want to bring that out emotional, but I saw you put a post on Facebook.
No,
I
appreciate it.
Vineyards, and I thought how cool community. This COVID has brought a lot of us a lot closer together, and the community has reached out. And we're trying to support each other.
Right.
I saw your post, and I thought that was really cool because I knew you knew them, and just having your son swim in there at the vineyard was pretty cool. So that's
it is. It's really cool, and like I said, it's just like when you just think that there's no more hope for a pool for these kids that's swimming because the YMCA is closed, all the public pools are closed. There's no place. I mean, a lot of folks have offered their pool, but my son's a long distance swimmer, and he does really good. But I'm just saying he needs that extra long stroke. So he's got this big old reservoir to swim in, and he just loves it. So I'm very thankful for the community that's definitely came to help us out when we need it the most.
Yeah.
So it's definitely important.
Thank you for a short. If you had to give a message of hope to the community, what would that be?
Well, you kind of touched base on my son swimming, but I know it's been tough for everyone on this whole COVID deal, which is not just our community, but obviously the whole nation. So hopefully that we all learn from this pandemic, or however you want to interpret it. I mean, some people don't believe in it, but we're just doing the best we can in that whole deal. So I think we just can't take anything for granted anymore. I know this is a big scare for all of us. We have to learn how to take care of ourselves and take care of our family and take care of our community, because there's obviously no one out there to do that but ourselves. So we just got to keep, the world has changed, and this is going to change everybody. I don't think hopefully this is an eye-opening thing. When we wash our hands more, we got to be more, proactive. But overall, we just got to just do our own thing. And so, excuse me about that. Just the best thing. We got to take care of ourselves. This is our community. I love what I do. I know Stephanie loves what she does, and we just have to one step in front of each other and pray that this all works out for everyone.
Yeah. Well, Troy, thank you so much. I know you're super, super busy. Thank you so much for taking the time and doing this.
Thank you.
Community, your information.
You're welcome, Stephanie. Thank you. Anytime. I look forward to seeing you soon, and we'll be talking to you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a great day.
Right.
Good weekend. Okay. Bye-bye.